Night has fallen over the Smurf village. Two shadows are sneaking silently towards Papa Smurf's laboratory. It looks like two nosy Smurfs want to find out more about the magic crystal, the amazing talisman which makes it possible to travel the world. Entranced, the Smurf and Smurfette approach the sparkling crystal and touch it. What a Smurf! The crystal shatters. A thunderbolt bursts from the sky and sends them far away. Help the Smurfs to reverse the process which has sent them so far away from the village. Collect each fragment of the crystal. Some will be easy to Smurf, others will be well hidden. Will you be able to bring the Smurfs back to the village? Well, I at least am going to try. It's the whole reason why I'm playing this game, aren't I? Anyway, hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to my next little Europe exclusive project of games on the SNES that only released in Europe, only PAL versions. In this case, the second Smurfs game, called the Smurfs Travel the World, or released on the SNES under the name The Smurfs 2, as you can see by this main menu. Unlike the first Smurfs game that actually released on the SNES, also present on this channel by the way, so watch that first if you haven't. But unlike that game, this one takes a little bit of a different approach. It is still a 2D platformer, just like the first one, only in a much different way. We are not platforming from point A to point B anymore, like a regular platformer does. Kinda like the story tells, we are looking for crystals here. We are going to be put into levels all over the world. That's the gist of the story here. The Smurfs touched a magic crystal which sends them all over the world. And in these levels we are going to try to find fragments of the crystal. 10 of each will be hidden in every single stage. And once you collect 10 of them, the stage will be done. That's the basic gist here. No longer Gargamel as an enemy. This game basically has no enemy. The only enemy here are the crystals we need to find. And because of the crystal collecting, the 2D platforming is also handled in a different way. All with all, I think this game is a lot less interesting than the first game was. But still, fun enough to play. Not that it matters a whole lot, because of my idea to actually upload a project of every single game I own on this channel. I need to do this one at some point as well. But anyway, a demo will start playing now, so you can kind of see how this works a little bit. Still a 2D platformer, just like the first game. However, with a different approach. Crystal collecting instead of just reaching the exit of the stage. And therefore, this game is actually a lot more than just platforming challenges. There's also a lot of puzzle elements in this stage because of it. But enough about introduction, let's go travel over the world. Let's go travel over the main menu first. Let's go to the options. There's not a whole lot of things we can do here, so this will be over quickly. Music and level. Yeah, both of them actually speak for themselves. Music I'm obviously going to leave on. The level, or difficulty of this game, determines how many enemies will appear and how many hearts you get. This game is simple enough, so I think putting it on hard should not give me a whole lot of trouble. At least hopefully. That said, let's go over the third option in the main menu quickly. Password. As you can see, no regular save system in this game. Whenever you reach a certain point in the game, you will receive a password. And it works pretty basically. Every 2 worlds you clear, you will receive a new password. So you can continue later on if you'd like to stop in between. But let's get started. Enough introduction. 5 minutes is more than enough for that. In this game you actually get the ability to choose a regular Smurf, or you can play as Smurfette. Those are the only 2 options. So no wide array of Smurfs to choose from like in the first game. Even though you didn't choose your Smurfs there, but you know what I mean. But since we actually didn't play as Smurfette in the last game, we needed to save her in the very last stage. And therefore we never played as her. We are going to play this game with her. Yippee! So we still get to see some Smurfette action on this channel. And then we get thrown to the overworld map. South America seems to be the very first world in this game. The crystals sent us away from the Smurf village, which is in Europe, by the way, the only continent we're not going to be playing on in this game. That's not interesting. We are going to play every other continent, starting off with South America. First stage, Smurfa Kadabra. I'm not too sure if these are the official stage names, because most of the time it's just going to be a hint. But because of a lack of true level names, I'm also going to refer the levels as this. And this level is called Smurfa Kadabra to me. Going over controls. We actually press the D-pad left or right in order to walk, as you can see. Press right too far and you get hit by enemies. The B button is our jump button. Press B in order to jump. We hold Y in order to dash. Y and B at the same time in order to jump higher. And the A button is an attack in this game. We can actually press A in order to do a kick, as you can see. Used for multiple occasions. Just remember that. Most enemies in this game you can actually jump on to take them out, like these butterflies. And you can also hold down in order to crouch in this game. Not used a whole lot, but there are some instances in later worlds. With that, we should have all of our moves. We can actually press up in these trees in order to go upwards. Oh, and here we find the teleport. This actually functions as a teleport. But allow me to first show off this area before we start warping anywhere else. There's a crystal here. Our first one. Only 9 crystals to collect in the first stage, as you can see. Oh, I thought I was able to ride on you. Apparently you die immediately the moment I touch you. There is something on the other side, so I might be able to pick that up if I remember how to actually get there. Might be a warp that leads there. At the very top left of the screen also houses something. Here's another crystal, guarded by a couple of bugs. And some sort of reptile which we can use to swing around. Not an enemy, by the way, as you can see. Next crystal. This looks really crowded, so let's go in here. Oh, that takes us a really long way. Come on, game, you're making me skip half of the stage. Yeah, even the first stage is not really linear in this game, as you can see. It already gives away how much of a puzzle element is present in this game. Let's see if we can go right. Oh, never mind. Here's a crystal. Fifth one. Going up. Even more. Okay, nothing here. Let's move on. Still haven't found the warp yet that takes me all the way to the top left of the level. I know there's something there, so definitely want to show that off, because that's also a pretty important aspect in this game. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. This is what I was looking for. At the top left of the stage we will find a key. Pretty much the only collectible besides the crystals in this game. And it seems there was a 1-up in the trees over there. Our life counter is currently at 4. Therefore saying we picked up a 1-up. Also a collectible. However, we did not see how it looked, so it was hidden in the trees. Up there's a warp we already used, so we can skip on that. Oh, and here's the right edge of the screen. And therefore saying the final 2 crystals should be up here somewhere. This one's pretty nasty to get, because we need to bounce off this bird. Pretty advanced business for the very first stage. Let's go do some more lizard swinging. Because I'm going to assume these are lizards. We don't see a whole lot of their body, except for their tails. And here is the final crystal. And as you can see, there's no exit of the stage. The moment you collect your final one, you immediately exit the stage and go on to the next one. Stage number 2 warns us where to put our feet. And that is because stage number 2 is going to be a waterfall stage. Vertical, by the way. Of course it is vertical. A waterfall stage that is not vertically oriented is blasphemy in a platformer. And therefore should not be too difficult to actually find all of the crystals here. Just go level per level. Starting at the bottom. Collecting hearts. Which function as health, by the way. It's pretty obvious, I don't have to state the obvious. And the moment you have completed the level, gotten everything, it is time to use the platforms and go further up and do the same. So let's head left here first. And Doesn't look like there's anything here. In that case, let's move further right. Oh, it's a warp here. Couldn't really see it in the waterfall, kind of obscured it. But apparently there was a warp. These platforms make you slide down, as you can see. Can't really do anything about it. Oh, here's a crystal. I'm pretty sure I've already been here, but still. Apparently forgot about it. Oh! Well, luckily it's a vertical stage and therefore it's not insta-kill the moment you start falling. Let's get some health. Let's try this again. Okay, that platform will make you fall, so let's go to the upper one. Thank you. This platform we've not been to yet, I'm pretty sure. No, this looks new. Thank you. Yeah, some of these logs will actually start spawning crystals or other items the moment they fall, as you can see. But not all of them. As you can see, this one is empty. Let's go down, because I got warped upwards pretty far, so... I think I missed something. Oh, here's a key! Ow! Nothing on this level. Okay, this is a sliding platform, but there are some enemies I can step on. Aha! That's how you cheese a game. What more do we have? Let's go right this time. Yeah. Not a surprise to find a crystal here. And a heart. Yeah, let's go to the warp again. Quickest way to get back up. That should be everything up to this point. Let's go further up this time. No logs, no. Next level. And here we do find the log. In fact, one that also spawns a crystal. Yeah, you need to take into account that not every single crystal in this game is always present in the stage already. Some of them actually need to form first. It's going to get way worse later on. Up to a point where not a single crystal is actually visible in the stage at first. Where all of them need to spawn. Making it really tricky and really puzzle-like. But for now, the logs and their spawning tricks are a good indication of how this game is going to play around with spawning crystals. And where you can actually find them. Speaking of finding crystals, we only need one more. We also found a key in this stage, so we've got pretty much everything. Oh, and here it is, the final one. However, I think there's more stuff higher up. Ow. Last health. Oh, here's a one-up. An actual visible one-up this time, so we can see how they look. Just a Smurf head. Nothing too spectacular, but still. We've officially seen it now. One-ups. Now let's go finish this stage. Our first introduction to a vertical stage. Let's do one more. Lazy Winding River. Which is the final stage in South America, by the way. Every single continent will have 3 stages for us to do. And the final one is a river stage, as you can see. The Amazon, I'm going to assume. It's the only real river I know in South America, so... Let's do one last platforming challenge here in South America. This is by far the most difficult one so far, as you can see, because there's a lot of death pits this time around. Falling into the rivers, insta-kill, obviously. We can't swim in this game, so... Everything that's not branches or rocks is death in this stage. Unlike the second stage, where death pits were limited, because of it being a vertical stage. And the first stage not having death pits at all. The most difficult enemies in the stage are definitely these dragonflies, because the piranhas that try to jump out of the water are not really proving to be a challenge. Oh, this looks like a tricky jump. There we go. Easier from the right. Oh. I was telling about how the piranhas are not really challenging. However, that one did distract me enough for the butterfly to kill me. That could also work. There's a lot of them, by the way. On easy, there's only one, I think. At that part. That's pretty much the only difference between the difficulties in this game. Easy, normal, hard. I'm pretty sure in this game the only difference is the number of enemies that spawn. There's no higher number of hearts you can carry like in some other games by Infogrames. And there might also be a difference in the number of lives you start the game with. I can't really confirm that. I pretty much always play this game on hard, so... No, come on. See, I told you, grab this crystal from the right. Can't do it from the left. Is this the point where we were? Not too sure anymore. We're talking about game mechanics so much that I didn't really register where I was when I died. The part where there was a piranha that actually distracted me for a butterfly to kill me. That's the only thing I can remember. Okay, here's a heart we can't carry. 4 is the maximum number of hearts. Die, please. Never mind. Stupid butterflies. Why are all the enemies in South America bugs? For us small Smurfs, bugs are a really big threat. Next crystal. Now here's a 1-up. Oh. Grabbing a 1-up while getting hit by an enemy results in the Smurf saying "Yip" instead of "Yippee." Sounded pretty fun. And there's way too many dragonflies here on hard difficulty. Oh, come on. I get hit by every single one, it feels like. But only 2 more. Can't really say that about my health. For that I have 0 more, so... Oh, here's a key. In plain sight, can't really miss it. And the moment you find your 3rd key, as you can see, something happens. Bonus stage. There is enough for everyone. 3 keys equals bonus stage. And this is how bonus stages work. Every single continent will have a unique one. And this is the one for South America, as you can see. Pretty obvious, it's based on the 1st stage again. And there's a lot of random junk functioning as collectibles. And the more we collect, the more 1-ups we score. Or is it not necessary for me to state the obvious? Pretty difficult grabbing all of them. I did try that at some point when I was younger. Actually going into the bonus stages and see if it was possible to grab every single one of these collectibles. Spoiler alert, I was never able to do so. And therefore I'm also not going to try it here. But it is fun to try to get as many as you can. There's also a couple of warps here, as you can see, which will warp you to a different point of the stage, making it easier to grab stuff in the middle, for instance. And at the top right of the screen you can actually see the timer. This stage does not end the moment you've collected your final collectible. No, there's a timer here. And the counter in the middle is pretty obvious, the number of collectibles we have. 162. Not sure how many there are. Might be 200 or something. I'm still missing a lot, so... 176. Jump to the middle. No, there's nothing there, except for a warp. Let's grab you. 178. Well, I am getting close grabbing everything this time around. However, the time is up. Ooh! That was very close. But anyway, as you can see, for every 30 collectibles we grab, we will receive a heart, and the moment we overflow our heart counter, we receive a 1-up. And that is how the bonus stages work. Only downside is, you need to do the entire stage over again. Downside. Yeah, this is where we were. I'm pretty sure that was the find where the key was. So, let's continue with commentary from this point. Should be pretty near the end of the stage. There's only 2 more crystals I need, I can see. The final 2 crystals in South America. Lifting the curse partially. Okay, let's not talk about what happened there. To the next continent, the North Pole. Not really a continent, I know. But the game wanted to play around with ice physics. But we are going to do that next time, because I can see time is up. Hope you enjoyed this first part of the Smurfs Travel the World. See you folks next time. And Treecks out. Later folks.